Been working on spraying food plots and putting cameras out and just getting down to the farm for the first time. And just got into this big group here, and there's another half dozen bucks. Man, what an awesome evening. Just saw a dozen and a half bucks and a couple of good guys. So man, what a fun evening. And then the last deer is a deer that I call Pax. He's definitely one of the bigger body deer we have on our main farm. Man, what an evening. Just so good. Every year this first week of August on this alfalfa, they just come pouring out. Right at the end there, it was like Buckapalooza. Really looking forward to this coming season. I believe his main bedding is this core here. He's really difficult to hunt. He's coming out to the west into these crop fields. If he's running in here, the only way I can hunt him on a north-northwest wind is to get up on this side of the bedding. That's why Mitchell and I came in and hung this set. It's aggressive, it's coming up into the bedding. We figured that was the least amount of damage and gets us in the game for north-northwest wind.
Welcome back to another week of the Heartland Show. As I promised you guys last week, we got a couple good hunts for you guys. We're going to bring you 2 kills, one from Justin Kamps. Him and his cameraman had a very successful week last week. Justin was able to fill his tag on a buck that he's had 3 years of history with, finally caught up to him. One of those hunts where you do kind of a high risk, high reward type setup, and it definitely paid off for him. So congrats to Justin. And then the following day, his good buddy and cameraman was actually able to get on another good mature deer. So we're gonna bring you guys those 2 hunts right now and hope you enjoy them.
Deer I have 3 years of history with. It's a deer I call Pax. So 2 years ago in early August, I was velvet filming and had a nice bachelor group of bucks, and he was out there, just a pretty mainframe 10-point. Then last year, same thing, early August, I went out and filmed him again. Had 2 really nice encounters in back-to-back evenings. Last year he was a 9-point and definitely was one I was after, but never had the opportunity or never saw him throughout the season. Dad had 1 encounter with him, and he had kind of a growth on one side of him, and he had dropped one of his horns. I had another encounter with him about a month ago, filming. Had him at about 100 yards, and man, he looked really, really nice. And then Dad went out a week later, made for some really good footage in our corn. So he's a big mainframe 9 with a couple kickers, and one I would love to go after.
JC November. We are here. It's November 1st. Mitchell and I hung a set in the middle of the bedding area. It's an aggressive play for sure, but I just didn't feel like I was in the game on packs. We got a ridge that falls away from us down here, all bedding to the west, and then there's just ridges along here, and I'm on one of the ridges. So if the Bucks are cruising, then we should be in the game. Good morning. It's morning of November 6th. Beautiful morning. Weather has went from mid-60s yesterday and it's cooled down overnight to upper 40s. The winds changed after 3 days of south to a north wind, north-northwest. Real gentle. We're back in the stand after PAX. Hoping Bucks are cruising either after they've already bred a doe or they're still searching. So PAX is the main target. Saw a nice big maturity point last week that my daughter dubbed George Washington, so if he comes by, then Johnny will grab the bow. But beautiful morning, hoping for some good action. 4 packs. This is his bedding area. Johnny saw him behind. He's like, big buck. He was down at the bottom, I think, raking a tree. He just came up almost downwind of us. We were just off slightly. I think I put a good shot. I mean, it was in the lower part, but he just went off about 100 yards and laid down. The blood looked good coming out, so. Good job, buddy. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for being with me, buddy. Oh, man. Let's go. That looks like some good blood right there. Wow. Here he is. 6-year-old buck, gold packs. Such a pretty buck. November 6th, this is the story of packs. So this is a buck that we've been following for the last 3 years. I believe him to be 6 years old. And he was in a really tough place to hunt. He was in this bedding area, and typically he's going out to the crop fields to the west, and with northerly or westerly winds, we really couldn't hunt them other than out of some blinds. But our food plots didn't come in great this year. We've had to plant them multiple times, and so October was a challenge for him. And so his bedding area, he said I had to get in on the far east side of the bedding area to try to have a chance at him. So last Thursday, we saw that we had 3 north winds this week. And so Mitchell and I came in and hung a set October 31 right at the base of one of these fingers that runs out of the bedding area. Figuring this, we can get into his core, and when he's cruising, hopefully to catch up with him. So had an awesome hunt here Friday morning last week. Had one mature 8-point, came back in today. We kind of penciled this day in. We had a big temperature change going from mid 60s to upper 40s. We had a north wind change. It's been south the last 3 days and warm, and now it's north and cooling down and cooler. So Johnny and I came in to this set, and this morning we had 2 bucks come through, a spike and a 3-year-old look like, and then maybe a little after 7, packs came. Johnny saw him out of the back side of the tree. He was working a tree a little bit, and then he kind of came up behind us and came and gave me a 25-yard shot. So exciting to target a deer like this, to have the history with him, multiple years, and then to hang a stand specifically for him last week and to get it done. Just makes it so rewarding. So much fun to hunt these animals, but such an awesome morning, super excited. Great deer, the deer we call packs. So out here this morning, seeing if we can't get Johnny a buck who was filming me yesterday, and we just had, I call him the young mecha stud, but think he's a 3-year-old, probably the best 3-year-old we've ever had. He's awesome. He's big, 5x5 with a split brow. So, first time laid eyes on him. That's pretty cool. Cruising this morning, just a gorgeous buck. Just hoping he can make it through another 2 years, because he's got mega potential.
Well, good morning, folks. It's November 7th. It's about 7:15 right now. So we're situated on top of a couple finger ridges here. We got a good location for cruising bucks right now, and we're after a buck named Big Mac, big old deer, and this is pretty close to his core area here, so we're hoping to catch him cruising. Should be a good sit. It's about low 40s right now. Clear morning. We're just gonna sit tight and see how the morning goes, and hopefully we catch up with Big Mac here.
Mark. Mark.
You kidding me? Yes. Oh my. I can't believe it. Oh, that happened quick. Oh, thanks for being here with me, man. Oh, thanks for letting me shoot one of your bucks. Yeah, you're welcome. That is, oh, that's unreal. What a morning. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, I mean, we were just sitting here. I mean, we had some nice bucks roll through here. And after that, the action kind of died down, and I had thought about maybe rattling, and I mean, it was probably not even 2 minutes. And Justin got movement in the bottom here. And here comes, you know, a nice buck. We saw a good frame. And he ended up popping up right here. And I tried stopping him once, and he didn't hear me, and stopped him right at like 25 and absolutely smoked him there. And he didn't make it very far, so. Oh, that's insane. I can't believe. Oh, what a week. What a week. Thank you, man.
Deer right there.
Oh, What a stud. 2 bucks in 2 days. Rut is on right now. That's what you like to see right there. Just covered. Oh, look at that stud, Justin. Let's go. Old Big Mac, down for the count. Alright guys, I'm sitting behind Old Big Mac. This is an old mature Illinois brute. You know, earlier this week, our focus was on packs, so we've been hunting the other side of the farm. And as soon as Justin tagged out on him, we kind of shifted our focus to Big Mac, and we saw a couple nice young bucks, nice 3-year-olds that got a lot of potential, but didn't see Big Mac yet, and decided to hit the horns, and you know, lo and behold, he popped up and gave me a perfect shot. So there ends the saga for Big Mac. But what an old mature deer. He's got just some big, thick, massy bases and just huge body, and just got that old character of an old mature buck. So really happy with him. You know, big thanks to Justin for letting me take him. And man, what a morning out here chasing these bucks in this, you know, cold November morning. Just cannot beat it.
All right, I hope you guys really enjoyed this week's show. As I said, 2 awesome hunts, 2 awesome kills, and hopefully a little bit to learn from them as well. But a little bit of update on me. I've been hitting the woods hard, going after an old 8-point. One of the main targets for this year was obviously a deer that we talked about a lot last year and this year, last 3-4 years actually, EB. Elizabeth was finally able to catch up to that deer. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's on the main show. We had an awesome hunt on November 2nd, and like I said, she was able to capitalize and end that story. So I've been out going after another deer on that property that I call the old 8. Getting closer and closer every day, I think, but still have not laid eyes on him. I've been seeing a couple other really good young up-and-comers, so been having some great hunts, great encounters, just not the right deer yet. But we're going into that kind of lockdown / later in the rut phase where a lot of these does are going to be getting locked down. High amount of does and estrus right now, so the bucks don't have to travel too far. But we're going to be coming off of that here in the next week or so, and a lot of these bucks will be freeing up again, searching, covering a lot of ground. And this is a time of year where I usually get all my pictures of the bucks that I've never seen before. So can definitely still be a very, very productive and exciting time of the year to be out in the woods. Just got to be sitting, put in that stand time, getting those rut funnels, still be close to bedding areas. A lot of the does that have been bred are starting to get back on food in the evenings, so that's another thing. Keying on some food in the afternoons, you might have some luck there. But I'm actually going to be heading out tomorrow morning back into a nice rut funnel where I've been hunting this old 8, had pictures of him here recently going back to that side of the farm. So fingers crossed I'll get a crack at him in the next week or so, if not tomorrow morning. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this week's show, and we'll see you again next week.